Security has never been a hotter issue than right now. With smartphones capable of reporting your precise location while use apps on potentially insecure networks that do everything from banking to social networking. Your smartphone and tablet are prime examples of how easy it truly is to trade secure computing for convenience. Taxi, ticket, entertainment tickets, almost all the tickets and services you can think of can be easily reserved through various apps on your mobile phone free of charge. But all gifts have a price. Behind the savage rush of mobile internet, our privacy is gone. While doing a simple task like choosing a seat in a flight online, the application quietly discloses your name to strangers who can have a chance to socialize with you. An ordinary financial app demands access to get permission to take pictures, videos, read contents, and modify or delete the contents of a shared storage. Surprisingly, apps do not give an explanation why they need this access. Another example is Duolingo, a language training app, which requests permission to access the microphone for recording audio. However, no audio recording is required for this application. Another suspicious request is to read and modify phone calendars, and finally permission for modifying or deleting contents on SD card and reading contents on SD card. Although these permissions do not look harmful at a glance, if misused or compromised, they can be a dangerous breach of privacy and can make users vulnerable to data risk. Without your knowledge, some apps can keep track of your mobile phone usage, track exact location information, access phone gallery, and also modify or delete contents in the background. A classic example is Facebook, that keeps track of all the applications one is using in the background and actually stores the information on the app. Out of the apps that we analyzed, we realized that some apps were requesting permission to access the address book during the installation stage, yet this permission was not necessary for the application to function. One example is Samsung Health app. It requests for permission to make and manage phone calls. One was left wondering why. Clicking on deny, the application refuses to launch until the access to phone calls is granted. Why do apps want to access your music and video activity, yet they do not need it to function? Often, Google Maps for iOS has an unexpected system-initiated request to access the media library that appears when the user is about to tap Start to navigate to a local hotel. The user is left wondering how Google Maps would use that permission. The answer is to display the details of the currently playing song within the app. While this feature could enhance the user experience, it is brought up at the wrong time because users are likely to be task-focused and possibly in a hurry when they start navigation. Another example of the apps we use in our daily lives are gaming apps, as children can download these apps to their parents' devices and access information that no one wants to share with the world of technology. In this video, we can see the game collects information about the person without knowing it because the majority of people agree to the privacy policy without reading them. Here we see that the application requests access to your website and social networks that you have entered through the game. That is, you have allowed the linking of the game to your web pages. However, it is collecting this information: IP address, unique mobile device identification numbers like device ID and MAC address. Do you think it stops that far? No. Your details of order, such as amount spent, date, voucher, or offers you used. Why does a child's game need all this information? This is another video of the game that children also download, and it is classified among the games that are very popular. These applications not only collect your information, but also information about the internet you are surfing. And they access your internet provider. Also, don't think that your social networking sites are safe and that you control the information you share with them. This little game can access your friends list on Facebook and Google. It can also access your email and collect a lot of information about you. So, be very careful and read the privacy policy carefully before downloading any application on your own device. In the face of these problems, how should we deal with them, and how should the relevant department deal with them? Establish the system of private information extraction and filing. Manufacturers who cannot protect user-sensitive data do not have the right to collect users' data. Establish information access rights publicity system. The app must prominently prompt the type and quantity of access and explain the reason in the background of the App Store. Accelerate the legislation of personal information protection law based on the direction protecting and preventing the abuse of personal privacy. Legislation should be carried out.